Stats. Whoa. Slow down there, KT Rolster. You really want to put this guy out this early? 10-2 and 3-0 versus Zerg. I guess if you feel like Dark is the strongest SKT Zerg, which many people are saying right now, especially since the departure of Sulky, then I guess this is not a bad choice.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. It's like you said, it's a good way to just like crush Dark here. I definitely do favor Stats, and I think he's going to do a great job on this map. This is definitely the way to get things back to tie it up. But like you said, it's playing basically your best player on your team right now.
Yeah, this is their best player by far. I don't think anyone would really try to argue against that. Now, Dark does have a 3-2 record versus Protoss. His Protoss, or his versus Protoss, his EVP, has actually impressed me. You know, I feel like it was one of his weaknesses in the past, but he's improved a lot. And he was at once just basically a Zerg versus Terran sniper. And if he's able to just kind of hold his ground here, you may have expected maybe he runs into Stats. If he can hold his ground here, then maybe, just maybe, he's able to take this win. By the way, it looks like there's a bit of a vote going on at the top there. It's a vote ends in 2 minutes and 40 seconds. Who you think is going to win? That's pretty cool.
Yep, they got that for the fans here in the studio, actually. You can text that number, I believe.
Yep.
And not sure what the prize is, but maybe if you get a lot of that right.
I'm going to text Kim Day up right now.
Yeah, if they're listening to us, actually, both of us are voting for Stats here. Not sure if we're going to get predictions on this one, but
don't think so.
Would kind of be hard to get Moonlaid in for every single one. I'm sure he's watching, but
yeah. Oh, no doubt. Well, map is Vaani, as mentioned before, and the atmosphere here is tense. As KT Rolster, if they lose Stats here, they have lost their best man.
Him or life. Basically the two top guys there for KT. And bringing one of your big hitters out here this early. They're taking Dark very, very seriously. Both guys are in the lobby ready to go. Not sure what the wait is here. Maybe they're waiting for that timer to vote out for the vote. I would hope not. But guys, let's get into it actually right now. Game 2 starting right now here on Vaani Research Station. Up here in the north, in the orange for SK Telecom T1, it is Dark.
And down to the south, in red for KT Rolster, it's Stats. It would be incredible if actually after that timer runs out, Valdez, we actually get a percentage on the screen.
That would be awesome, man. That's actually what has to happen. That's like the next step of production here at SPL2015.
Just getting better every time. I'm pretty excited about that. Now, this map is it's a two-player map. The rush distance isn't too incredibly far, but there are a ton of bases on this map, and we do kind of see this matchup go super late here, as the bases are not very far apart from each other, and you do have the base I like to call it the free base, the backdoor base that you can take easily. That's why we see Stats already with the pylon here on the high ground in the main.
We're gonna have a 9 pool out of Dark. Wow. This is a way to really knock out that heavy hitter, I guess, very fast.
This is a gamble, but if this pays off, it's going to be the best choice ever. It looks like it's going to be a forward first. Oh, no gate.
No,
okay.
It's not going to pay off, man. As long as he scouts. You know, if he doesn't scout at all, and he just like puts down a gateway and then puts down a nexus, and then 6 lanes pop in your base, it's going to be hard. You can still get the wall off, but you could definitely take some damage.
Well, this is actually terrifying. I'm actually really scared right now. Says he saw some carriers. I didn't see the top part. That's why I saw the bottom.
I saw carrier. Yeah. 6 lanes popping out right now. Second pylon is over there. It's not going to be powering that gateway. It is possibly could focus down that pylon and do some damage.
Stats famous for using carriers versus mech. Maybe that's what he's talking about. But
could be.
Anyway, let's see. I mean, he's really committing to this. And with the gas here, I mean, it's not been canceled. This is going to be a big commitment.
Oh, and look at this. Already a Zealot actually be chrono boosted out here from Stats. This is kind of some parting play, you know, getting that Zealot all the way to the base of the Zerg early to try to do some harass damage. But he's going to scout this. He's going to see the Zerglings, and he can easily put up another building here.
Well, he's okay. He needs to get that up. The Cyber
and he can just block it off, and he's going to be fine.
Yeah.
He's got a second Zealot on the way.
Yeah, micro here is really important for Dark. He doesn't want to lose any unnecessary Zerglings. He needs to actually constantly be poking at that and force the Zealot to get more surface area off. Good micro so far. Okay, oops, loses a Zergling, but still pretty good. Probes have to be pulled here. He may even want to consider making a pylon for just a second. Looks like he's confident enough here. With 2 Zealots now, he should be totally fine.
Totally fine.
And wow, it's a Link speed. I would have expected to see perhaps a Baneling Nest, not Link speed here. And he's just going to try to do a massive speed leak bust, but I mean, it's a tight wall. How are you going to get through? And as soon as he sees any more Lings or Link speed, he's just going to tight wall it with buildings, and he's just never going to get through.
Yeah, Stats in a great position here. I kind of like Dark's strategy because it will catch off a greedy Protoss there. By the way, we do have actually the votes in here. Stats actually getting 68% to 32 of Dark.
That's really cool. I'm glad you pointed that out, actually. I was like looking at that Zealot health so close I would have never even noticed. Oh, he's teasing those Lings, actually. Look at this. He wants to go them in, bring him into that spot where 2 Zealots can actually hit the Lings, but he needs to be careful how many hit points he loses. He is getting his Mothership Core out before a Sentry, and he'll probably make a Sentry next just to be safe, I would guess, because this is not the Legacy of the Void. There's no Ravagers here, so he's probably going to be feeling pretty fine with a Sentry out at this point.
Yeah, and look at this, just more Lings on the way. He's staying on 9 drones, and like you said, it's a tight wall. There's no Baneling Nest. I think he's just going to be totally fine, especially as he starts pumping out these sentries.
He's hoping that he's just going to run past these Zealots, but there's a Mothership Core that just saw all the Lings. He knows everything. He's not scared at all. This is going to break like water on a rock, as they say. This is going to not make... This should not mean anything. Like, he's actually going to... Oh, what?! Oh my god.
Well, that can cause some problems.
That is a huge
he needs to put down a force field.
And he messes up the force field. Now he's going to lose his Zealots. This could work now, suddenly, Valdez. He's a chrono boost that Sentry out right now. I cannot believe Stats made a mistake like this. He just saw the Lings with his Mothership Core. He just saw them. He's sending the Mothership Core home as well now because he's going to need it. He needs another force field. There it is to protect the gateway so he can get that second Sentry out.
He's trying desperately to get that second Sentry out. Warpgate is about to finish up here. Not enough surface area for those Lings to get at that Cybernetics Core before it does finish, so it is going to finish here. Mothership Core is back with enough energy for Photon Overcharge, and I think he should be fine here.
He needs that second one so badly here. It comes out. And now with that Photon Overcharge, like you were saying, he should be fine, but the core is getting low. That core is very low right now. It falls. And actually the Lings stream in, but there's not very many of them left.
Not very many left. He may be able to deny some mining over there. Only 4 Lings. And he has committed so much to this. I mean, he has made no more drones. He has 9 drones at home. He has lost 34 Lings. And he's even going to lose an Overlord.
Loses an Overlord to that overcharge. Also, right now there are 2 sentries out on the map. So he's not going to be able to make any more for a while. So he needs to make sure no Lings get in here, because as soon as that core is done, if he can make a few more sentries then, with all the gas he's built up, he should be fine. Lings do come in here. He misses the force field again. Stats!
And now he's trying to force field to save these sentries, but actually the Ling's getting a decent amount of damage here. Some probes going down as well.
Stats needs to, like, grab his mental, as they say,
yeah,
because right now, this is so intense. More Lings are in.
After he held that, he leaned back in his chair and took a big, deep breath, kind of as if he had held it off, but Dark is not letting up.
Dark is just making more Lings, though, off of still 9 drones. I think this is the beginning of the end. Even though he's had these scary moments with Stats here, he should be able to eventually just warp in enough ranged units that this is not going to matter anymore. These Lings can't break through. If he force fields properly here, which he will, GG.
Stats sticking out his tongue. He's like, oh man, I just barely escaped death.
Close calls there that shouldn't have been, but still, at the very end of the day, a safe build. A solid build as it wins him out the game.
Yeah,
that was very scary, Valdez. Oh, my God.
I like it, though. Like I said before, Dark, he did his job. He took out Flash. And going up against Stats, I feel like where these 2 players are, you can't really expect Dark to take that game most of the time. So just going with the big cheese there, trying to cheese him out there for an easy win. I think that's the way you got to handle it. And
I think it's a good choice, yeah.
Yeah, I think SKT's got something prepared for Stats. That's what I want to see next.
But the question is, have they thought about it this early? Are they expecting to see him this early on this map? because the next map is going to be Merry-Go-Round. A map we've actually seen not a ton of Protosses on in the past. You and I were looking at the exact map stats on that earlier. Not as many as you'd think. And
yeah, I mean, TVZ actually, just going back to that, TVZ on Merry-Go-Round, it's 19-19, exactly equal. But the amount of Protoss games that have been played is a total of 13.
Yeah, so think about that. I mean,
or wait, no, it's 16.
There's so many more TVZs played, an insane amount.
Just not a very Protoss favorite map, so you just don't see it that often. And that's kind of why I was like, well, Stats coming out here, Merry-Go-Round map number 3.
That's what I was thinking too.
Interesting. I mean,
I don't know. Right now, if I'm looking at this from SKT, I'm like, okay, this could be our moment to catch Stats on this map. We have to take him out now. We can't let him get out of control. And I'm trying to decide, you know, who I would send last year. In this case, is absolutely parting, but he's no longer with the team, you know? So who do you send here? Classic has shown some solid PvP in the past. Classic is somebody we could see here, absolutely.
Yeah, that wouldn't be bad.
I'm trying to think of who else would be a really good pick here. I mean, even somebody snipe-wise like Billowy, who's shown some great PvP in the past, might not be a bad choice.
Maybe like Sue? Pretty good Zerg player for SKT. He could come out here once again on Merry-Go-Round.
Sure.
Not bad.
Yeah, that's
going
a
to
good choice.
ZVP, he's not bad in that matchup.
Yeah.
Like we said before, it's really hard to call these two teams just because they always have so many options.
It looks like is that 6,100? Oh, 6,164. The person was the one who won, it looks like, I believe. Or was that how many people sent messages? I didn't even really read that. I'm sure we'll get an update. Last 4 digits of the phone number of the person who won the contest.
What if they have the same last 4 digits like we do?
Oh, that would be weird.
Yeah.
I guess maybe anyone who has that digit wins. Then I guess like they all have to win, right?
I guess so. And I wonder what the prize
fight
is.
to the death.
I guess it was. I guess the offline event is what they would win. We were talking about coffee coupon. We just got the word
coffee coupon. All right.
Yeah.
Stats was the safe pick. I would say
he definitely was. I mean,
but it's cool to see now not just the caster prediction, but also like the prediction of all the fans.
Yeah, I love that actually. But guys, we're gonna take that 3-minute break. Stay tuned.